Welcome to Molo Consulting TV. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about one of the very, important topic for small businesses that is called business systems. Now, before we can understand systems, I want us to take us through, one of the important concepts by an American entrepreneur called Michael Gerber called, the entrepreneurship Caesar. Now, basically, this is most of the time when people start their business, he calls this, he says that they go through an entrepreneurship Caesar where the person has been working for someone, maybe he's a technician or, a plumber or something. And then he realized that, man, I've been making a lot of money for, my boss. And I'm not even getting paid that much. Enough is enough. I'm going to quit my job. What if I do this thing for myself? How much money I'm going to make, doing this for myself. My boss, then he quit his job. He goes start his own, job as a technician, because he had hated this, his manager, or the owner, who is the entrepreneur, his boss, because these people have been on his neck, telling him what to do and all these types of things, stressing him and all this. And on top of that, he feels like he's not being paid. Now, this is what is called an entrepreneurship Caesar, where someone, is shaking up and he thinks, man, what if I just start my own job? Then he starts his business, get 2 clients and 3 clients and business is getting there, is picking up. But to his shock, he realized sooner or later that, okay, I can do the job, but I don't have clients. How do I now get clients? Then he started moving out trying to get clients. And that's basically that consume his time. Then he realized that it's hard to go and get clients on the same time to do the business again. Then someone advised him, you know what, rather employ someone, to do the job while you go out. So now basically he moves to this position. He becomes the manager and he finds someone to be a technician. And then over time, this works out well. But over time, he finds that the person he has hired doesn't really do the job the way he used to do it. A lot of mistakes that are happening and whole types of stuff. And sooner or later, he started feeling like, you know what? It's true that the best way to do something is to do it yourself. Because this thing doesn't work. Now, this is exactly where the issue we'll be talking about, comes in. Systems. The reason you employ people and the people that are not able to do exactly what you want to do, it's primarily because of lack of systems. Because there's no manual in terms of how they do their job. They do something, today someone else do it this one way, the next day someone do this. There's nothing documented. When someone leaves, your job or resign, someone who's coming over is not able to find the manual where he's doing this. So that's basically where system comes into place. And that's basically what we're going to be looking. Now, one may ask, what are systems? Someone put it this way: systems that save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. Now, before we go further, let's understand something about business, because sometimes there's misconception. What is a business? Someone said a business is a commercial or a profitable enterprise that works without you. Basically, you work on your business, not in your business. Now, let's revisit the concept about system. Now, here's a business without systems. You have an owner on the left. He's selling products, and services to customers. Now, the owner, his business might be called whatever, owner enterprise or whatever. The customers knows him. The reason they come to buy, they buy because of him. Whether you call that business something else, they know him. He is the business. So now, basically, this is the typical business, an owner business that doesn't have systems. Everyone only face the business. Now, the owner would work himself 20 hours around the clock on holidays, whatever. He could be running a salon. If he's not there at the salon, no one wants to work with him. No one wants to be there, because they want him specifically. Now we introduce systems, a business without a systems. Now, on the left-hand side, we have an owner or a group of owners. In the middle, we have the business. Here's a business. And then we have product and service that are sold to the customers. A typical example, it will be a business like a ShopRite, Checkers, or whatever, whichever business you have, or any franchise you have. You don't know the owner. The owners are right there at the back, running their business with systems. There are managers that are there. Customers only, have interaction with the business and sell their product. Now, hence we're saying, when you run your business, with system, you can run the business without you being there. Instead of a business being driven by people, it's driven by systems. Now, the question is, how do I implement systems? Now, firstly, you have to build a prototype of your business. Visualize exactly how do you want your business to be when it's fully operational and grown. Basically, begin with an end in mind. Build it with a view to sell it at some point, because they say if you don't build your business with a view of selling it at some point, it will be a mess. Second one, you gotta decide what are your core products and services you're going to offer. Now, please pick up those, services or products that you specialize in, that you are very good at. We're not talking about outsourced service or all those things. We're only talking about those that you can do in-house. Now you find people doing construction, catering, consulting, all these things in one business. It's very difficult to systemize a business like that, because your employees will be very confused. They cannot be able to carry the same consistent, service for all these types of things. Now, it's also even difficult to have capacity to do lots of different tasks, never mind to excel in them. It's very difficult to systemize your business like that. Third one, identify, draw a business process of your business end to end. From the moment they want a client walk into your business till they leave. This will lead us to the next point. Basically, you'll have ways when someone walks into the business, where they start, where they go, and when they end. Now, this will ensure that every client that comes in follow the same pattern. I mean, this same concept, you can see it with lots of franchise. You can see it with McDonald's. You can see with lots of franchise that you can think about. You come in, someone serves you. There's a system in terms of how exactly the system is delivered to you until you work out, and that is followed consistently all the time. Now, fourthly, you need to have an organogram of your business. This is just a typical example. There need to be a clear organogram in terms of who does what, what are his task, and each of those things needs to be documented, and the process in terms of what he does to. Otherwise, it will confuse the employees. People will not know exactly what they are doing and all types of stuff. Which is basically this point right now, where you do process for each task, each role in the business, and document it. Very, very important, because most of the time you'll find owners of small business, someone has the manual in his own head. People don't know exactly what they do. As a result, no wonder we'll be saying the best way to do it is to do it yourself, because you are the only one who can do the job. Your staff don't understand exactly what you really want. As a result, if you don't have that manual, when one staff leaves, it will be impossible for you to be able to someone to walk in and be able to do that job. Thank you. Please, if you have any question, write it below, and please click the subscribe buttons. Thank you.